Welcome to the inaugural edition of This Month in PLAs, a monthly report of project labor agreement news and why they work. On Friday, July 22nd, a new study just released reports that PLAs dramatically increased the cost of school construction projects in California. And not long after its release, one of the cited researchers in the study, surprised at its conclusions, fired back at the authors, claiming they misrepresented previous research he had done. Dr. Dale Bellman of Michigan State School of Labor and Industrial Relations sent a letter to the authors in which he said, quote, "I have read your study carefully to better understand your data, model, and methods. I find that your study's conclusion is not supported by your research, that you have overlooked important factors that affect costs, and that you have misinterpreted and drawn erroneous conclusions from my work, mistakes that I hope you will want to correct." End quote. Bellman wasn't the only one to step forward and challenge the study, and we're sure won't be the last. Taking research, omitting certain pieces and parts to be able to formulate a conclusion is not only unethical, but simply untrue. The study was underwritten by the Associated Builders and Contractors, the leading critic of PLAs today. It's a new day for America's building trades, built upon safety and productivity, on value and professionalism. The real facts are that PLAs work and will not stop until that message is spread far and wide. The Dulles Rail extension is garnering headlines this month, with negotiations underway for Phase 2 of the project. Phase 1, being built under a PLA, utilizing the skilled crafts professionals of America's building trades unions, is currently on budget and on schedule. But in the press, politicians and city officials are claiming that not using a PLA on Phase 2 could save upwards of $1 billion. Their reasoning? Not having to pay union wages and benefits. But as America's building trades unions have responded to this claim before, wages aren't the only factor to determining the cost of a construction project. It's hours times wages. And the hours spent for change orders, substandard productivity, not to mention potential reductions in quality and safety, are just some of the issues that can affect success and anyone's bottom line. Our question becomes, Phase 1 has been a success so far, why would a change be warranted? Political heat is the only fuel behind this fire. But the work will continue to educate and tell our story in Virginia and around the U.S. In stark contrast to the first two stories of this edition, the Port of Los Angeles has signed a 5-year PLA for construction work set to begin this fall. The PLA will cover 95% of the projected $1.5 billion capital budget and will create around 20,000 jobs. In upstate New York, building trades members are hard at work at the Global Foundries Fab 8 in Malta. The project, a whopping $4.2 billion computer chip fabrication plant, is currently the largest privately funded project being done under PLA. Hundreds of crafts workers are currently constructing Module 1, the first of 3 potential semiconductor manufacturing facilities slated for the site. The project is also looking to achieve LEED Gold certification upon completion. That's it for this edition. Please spread the word about this video and share the link with your colleagues and friends. See you next month.